Well, hello there, children. Alright, I'm gonna be trying to set the land speed record for League. I got 1 hour. I'm gonna see if I can scream through this shit. Here's the deck. It looks pretty similar to previous iterations, except, excuse me. Fuck, if we can set this. No, what are we doing? If we can make this a little bigger. Fucking, that's not what I want to click. This is the thing I want to click. Right? Yeah. Make that a little bigger. Boom, there we go. Card view. So, sideboard's pretty much the same as last time, I think. Here's the big difference. I cut the spirit guides, and I cut one spoils, and I cut the draw four, and I'm playing four preordains. So now I got preordains on top of spoils. I like this version a lot. The draw four was by far the worst business spell. It was hardly ever used in piles. And the preordains give you a little bit more consistency. They slow the deck down by like a dick hair, so now it's like a turn 1.5 deck instead of a turn 1 deck. Because like basically what it really is like you don't really realistically you don't lose that much speed, but the deck is more capable of playing to a turn 2 kill, and so you are encouraged to try to set up more turn 2 kills. Instead of so like now instead of just absolutely yeeting off, you might say, okay, I can set up a deterministic kill if I cantrip and find a dark writ or an extra piece of mana or something. Anyway, I'm just going right in. I don't give a fuck. That's the wrong thing to click. This is the thing to click. Just jumping in. We're going light speed. Here we go. As fast as possible, no breaks. 6:30 in the morning. I got my Mountain Dew. Let's rock and roll. If I really wanted to set the land speed record for a league, I'd put 4 spoils in my deck and I would just name the wrong thing every time. So I die to it. But that wouldn't count. Because then you might as well be just conceding every game to set the land speed record. Oh, I'm not going to set the land speed record like this, though. Jesus Christ. Almost a full fucking minute to find an opponent. There's nobody playing right now. Is that the problem? What a frickin' disgrace. See this? Sherba, what's up? Waiting to get a match. And while we're doing it, see this? This is my one of my Doomsdays. This is another one of my Doomsdays. Do you see how it's different on the edges? I like to do this to my whole deck. Oh, we got a match. I white border it. I actually like these aren't just inner sleeves. I actually white border it. So if we have minutes between matches like that in the future, we're gonna live white border some cards. All right. This hand, excuse me. This hand doesn't do anything. It needs another piece of mana, so I'm gonna mull. Oh, that's too bad. I gotta mull this too. There's no initial mana source. Okay, I can keep this. This will go. So put 2 cards on the bottom. I guess it's gonna be. I'm probably just gonna do burn. Put these 2 on the bottom, and what I'll do is I'll turn 1 Dark Grit, Cabalrit, Doomsday Spoils for LED, and my pile will be like LED, Street Wraith, Morphos, Oracle, and I'll just hope that they're not playing a blue deck. What's the holdup here? I'm trying to set speed records. I guess I'll take the Doomsday out of its sleeve now. So yeah, so there's an interesting thing about these kinds of foils, the fancy masterpiece invocation whatever foils, is the normal way I whiteboarder my cards is I use acetone to just wipe the ink off. That doesn't work on these for some reason. It's got to be something to do with the printing process, is my theory, but it it means I need to actually like abrade the ink, and so what I do is I use a knife and I scrape the ink off. Let's see if this gets countered. The real question is like, if this gets countered, what do I do? Okay. So it resolved. I don't really think I have many better options here. My one concern is like if like I kind of want to be able to recover somehow if the Lion's Eye Diamond gets countered. And so I'm thinking maybe the play is going to be to like do something like this. So I could open myself up to removal by having being my pile be Lion's Eye Diamond, Street Wraith, Oracle. But then if the Lion's Eye Diamond gets countered, draw the I can still pass a few turns and draw through the rest of the deck. Um, I think I'm going to do that because if they're a deck that doesn't have counter magic, they probably aren't going to have removal up for the Oracle. Um, well, I already committed to this pile. I can't go back now. So this is going to let me win, I think, through the most stuff. But we'll see. Just cast Lion's Eye Diamond pass turn. On a mull to 5, I think this is a reasonable way to play it out on a mull to 5. I like mulling to 4 probably wasn't going to be better than that. Okay, so they just conceded. I'm thinking they're not a blue deck because they didn't want to reveal what they're doing and they didn't have anything for me. And if they were blue, it's unlikely they would have kept a hand with no counter magic, no cantrips. So I'm just going to submit. I think this is probably a some kind of non-blue fair deck. So anyway, I'm gonna take a good look at this card as it is right now. You can see where I've kind of scraped the borders off like a fucking savage. And now here's a knife. And then what I do is I just very gently and carefully scratch the ink off freehand. It takes a lot of patience. And on these ones in particular, it probably looks really bad and in reality, but like that doesn't really bother me because one of the main things I like about this is people's reactions when they see it. Like I have a set of masks, foil, dark writs that I did this to, and I think they look fantastic. They turned out really well. I probably need to sharpen this knife actually. Um, but they turned out super good. But the when people see them, they're like, "Oh my God, what did you do?" And I know I've got them here somewhere because they're in this deck. Yeah, like, isn't that pretty? Doesn't that look good? Alright, what does this hand do? If I drew another piece of black mana, this hand could Doomsday on turn 1, but I don't think that's the right way to play this out. Um, so I'm going to maul. Okay, I can keep this. This hand is probably more like a turn 2, but actually, let me think. No, because I have to put a card back. Well, actually, so if I can put the preordain back, and then if my draw for the turn is a colored spell, I'll have 6 mana to empty. So I think that's the play. The other option is to put the Chrome Mox back and just commit to a turn 1 preordain, but since I don't know what they're playing, I think I'm going to put. Yeah, no, you're right. So the right place to put the preordain back, because even if I don't um, draw a colored spell to put under the Chrome Mox, I could Doomsday on turn 1 um, with a Burning Wish for Doomsday if I wanted to try to play it out that way. But so we'll see what they're on goblins. Okay, and no goblin on turn 1. So they might be holding a Mindbreak Trap, which unfortunately I can't really play around. This is kind of awkward though because I actually did draw the a non-colored card, so I can't make goblins. Um, let's see. So here's my thoughts. If they're banking on a Mindbreak Trap, then I'm gonna go for Doomsday. But I'm not going to cast Doomsday this turn. I'm just going to Burning Wish for Doomsday, and then next turn I can go Ritual Doomsday, and then next turn I could go Spoils into Oracle, and I can play through Mindbreak Trap as long as they don't um, play something more disruptive or what, or get rid of one of my lands or something. So if they're banking entirely on a Mindbreak Trap in hand being good enough, then I can play through it. But so yeah, so there's the Wasteland. So at this rate, I'll need to draw more mana to make this work. That's something anyway. So I'll do Spoils, LED, Street Wraith, Morphos, Oracle. Um, done. And I'll put Oracle on the bottom, Morphos, Street Wraith, LED, Spoils on the top, and now I'm going to play out my Mana Rocks right now to hopefully avoid the the Mindbreak Trap. This it's possible that this just gets trapped. I would be a little surprised if that was the case, but I don't think these are going to get hit like that. I'm hoping. So yeah, just trying to play around my break trap because I think that's probably white border for Amonkhet treasure. Yeah, you gotta do white borders for fucking everything, dude. That's damn a port. Well, port's not the end of the line. Um, Far from it, really. Surgical to Doomsday. That's a little annoying, but again, it's not game over. This pile is pretty resilient to that kind of stuff. It just means I'll be passing more turns, which gives them more time to draw interaction. But worst case scenario, there's still a game 3. So they'll port the mine, and that's fine. And I drew the Morphos, so I'm just going to pass here. They didn't take the Doomsday out of my graveyard. I just noticed that. Going all the way to turn 4, I'm not setting any fucking land speed records this way. So they didn't do anything. Well, presumably this is where they're going to port me. That's probably why they didn't do anything, because they wanted to be able to port me. So I drew the spoils. Okay. Well, I'll just pass again. So now that I've drawn the spoils, I'm actually at the point where I could... Oh, here's something. So they're porting my gemstone mine now. That's strange. I feel like I'm supposed to just spoils for Oracle right now, right? I think so. Unless I just get hit with like, you know, black land into Cabal Therapy or Thoughtseize, if they have discard or something, then I get fucked. But I don't really see a downside besides that. There's always game 3, so I don't know why this insists on appearing in the middle of my screen. What's up, Ape? It looked like it was right on top anyway. So cycle the Street Wraith and slam the Oracle, and here we go. I have a hard time seeing how I can lose here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you actually have COVID? I know you said you were sick. Do you get that positive test back? Because that sucks. If that's true, you presume COVID. Oh, that sucks. I actually have to go for a COVID test right after this league, um, but it's because my university won't let me back on campus until I have a negative test. So they're providing testing for all of their students, which I think I'm dubious of personally. But yeah, that blows, man. I hope it doesn't hit you too hard. Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised by that. Okay, this is an interesting hand. I don't think I'm supposed to wait to turn 2. I think I need to. I'm on the play, so I'm supposed to mull. This is too high risk because it doesn't have an initial mana source. I mean, I did cut 2 initial mana sources from the deck because I cut the 2 spirit guides. Um, but I've played this list quite a bit before I started this stream. It's not exactly an experiment, and I haven't really had problems like this where I have to mull too much. Okay, so I'm going to keep this. I'm just going to hope to draw another mana source. Um, so I'm going to bottom the empty, and I'm going to bottom the Cabal Writ, and I'm just going to basically say that I hope to draw like a Dark Writ or another land to go with the Burning Wish. Hey, what's up, Milton? Yeah, Rite of Flame off the top would be pretty good. There's lots of hits that would get me to the 2 mana to go off with Wish. It's just a matter of getting there. I do wonder if I should have played out the Lion's Eye Diamonds. Narset. Okay. I grab the Lion's Eye Diamond. Uh-oh, do they just have the Echo? Okay. Well, there's the land. So the downside here is that I can't Echo. I don't have enough mana to Peer, but I can make 10 goblins. I can make 10 goblins, but you know what might actually be the better play is. Oh, you're right, Peer. I was thinking it's ad nauseum, but it's not. Just put the top half of your deck into your hand. It's draw cards. So my options here are Tutor, Wish for Tutor for empty to make 10 goblins, or it's to Wish for Doomsday and make a spoils pile. And I kind of feel like that's the play because I can have enough cards left in my graveyard, I think, that if they do, let's see, I could have 1, 2, the 5 cards in the pile. No, I wouldn't have enough to survive the Wish. I mean, to survive an Echo. I think, though, like, no matter what, I think the chances of them just fucking eating off and comboing me out are. Well, actually, they don't have a ton of mana, so maybe the goblins are a better play right now, because they would need to hit pretty good on an Echo to like get enough mana to deal with them. I think maybe I'm supposed to just make goblins. I'm not setting any speed records though with all this deliberating. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Ape is I don't. Oh, I got a whole priority though. Whole priority. I think that the way they're set up right now, they have a hard time interacting with the 10 gobos. Empty the ones is down here. I could also kill the Narset if I wanted to. Um, but I'm probably am just supposed to attack them. What did they grab? A chalice? So they echoed, which is not surprising. Oof, that's kind of sucky. That's not where I want to be. That ain't ideal. So yeah, Saheeli certainly is a way that they can beat 10 goblins. Um, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because there's a Narset out, I don't have to worry as much about um, I wouldn't have to worry as much about the what the fuck am I trying to say? About Narset um, killing me because I wouldn't be able to draw through my whole 5 cards anyway. And so I probably should have made the Doomsday pile and made it be like 4 spoils or all the spoils and the the Oracle or something. Okay, let's see. So they're down to 0 cards. Um, let's see what I draw for turn here. It's a gemstone mine. So one option here is to attack their planeswalkers so that they can't um, make any more tokens, and I'll draw. I'll be able to draw cards again. The other option is to just still attack them and hope that I don't. They don't draw very well. Because like I would have to send everything I had at. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to all of them attack them. I can't really think of a better plan right now. So they'll throw their guys in the way. I'll take 6. I'll play my land, I'll pass, and then I can Manamorphose on their turn to draw a card. Because, like, if I can find the Doomsday now, I could still. Excuse me, I could still potentially win this game. Like, because they're not going to minus the Narset again, I don't think. They had a land there. Okay, so they're targeting their Urza's Bauble. It's like the grid's not doing anything for them anyway. So they're going to. What are we doing here? Is this an Emery or something? Oh no, they're act. Wait, I don't understand what just happened. Oh, they cast another Saheeli. Okay. I get it. So it makes a servo. And then are they going to activate that Saheeli? So they're turning their Opal into a Bauble as well. Because they want to draw cards. I guess that makes some sense. Pop those off. Refill the old hand. So now here I actually could take out their planeswalkers if I wanted to. I'm gonna Morphose on their end step still. Because like if I draw a Doomsday or something, the plan definitely changes. Whoops, what's going on here? That's fine. Yeah, mana loss. So draw your 2 cards. Sure, dog. Sure. I did draw the Doomsday. All right, that really changes things. I don't want them to be able to echo me to death, so I actually think I'm not supposed to cast the Nars or attack the Narset. Um, I'm just casting Doomsday, right? There's not really anything else to do here. Just hope they don't have Force of Wills. The pile will be 3 spoils and an Oracle, and I don't know what the last card should be. It probably doesn't even matter. I guess the Street Wraith. Alright, Oracle on the bottom, bunch of spoils on the top. Do I attack? Probably not. Probably just hold them back. I don't know. I don't know if it even matters, if it makes a difference. I suppose I could send. I'll send four at Saheeli. There we go. That's the plan. Take out Saheeli. I guess they can. They can minus their Narset, right? Oh no, it's a -2, so they can't actually get rid of their Narset if they do have echoes and stuff to try to echo me out of the game. Well, let's see if we can get there. I'm just going to yield through this turn because it don't matter. Got an Urza or something? And Hardcast Echo, okay. So I shuffle up and I draw the spoils. There's no surprise there. The best draw here for my turn would actually be the Oracle, because then I can spoils for Abandon Hope, and it'll get through, but I'm just going to spoils for Thassa's Oracle and hope it's close enough to the bottom that I can get through the last few of my cards. All right. All in. No Force of Wills. Yeah! Got him! Yay! Alright, let's see. How do I fucking beat this deck, though? This is one of the worst matchups. I'm pretty sure I have to bring the silences in. And I probably have to keep Doomsdays because I'm not going to beat Narsets without that kind of shit we just saw. So I think the play is going to be to cut the preordains for silences. And we're just going to have to be a fast deck. Just going to go fast. Well, that hand doesn't do anything, so I'm going to mulligan. That hand makes like 8 goblins on turn 2, so I don't think I can keep that. We're just going to keep on going. All right, well, that I can keep, so I'll put that on the bottom, and I'll put... I guess it's going to... Well, yeah, probably... I'm going to put the Cabal Red on the bottom, just in case I draw like a Petal or something I can make red with, so I can have better colors of mana floating after an Echo. We'll yield through this turn, and they'll probably have something. Like, I'm probably going to get the Shaft here. Would be my guess. I'd be pretty damn surprised if I didn't. Okay. They could pretty easily have Force of Will. If the Echo gets forced, I just scoop, I think. Maybe they'll force this Dark Rit. Say, looking at a random card in my hand, so they're seeing the Rite of Flame, which is good. I'm glad they didn't see the Echo, because that would have probably revealed my game plan here. So I cut the Preordained so I don't need to leave blue mana floating, and I'll just leave the 3 black up. But I'm betting this gets forced or something. No? Okay. Well, I still don't have um, red mana, which is a little awkward. But I'm going to put the Cabal Rit under there. Cabal Rit's +1 mana anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it goes under the box or if it gets cast. And I don't think Storm Count is really going to be an issue right now. So I'm just going to Spoils for Lion's Eye Diamond and Echo again. That was nice. I didn't lose too much. I did lose a Doomsday, though. Excuse me. This might... Nope, no counter there. I'm wondering if I should leave up any blue mana now, because like I could hard cast an Echo that I draw, and I don't need all that much black mana floating. This is, of course, assuming this actually resolves. Ooh-wee. All right. So I think the real question is going to be, do I Spoils for Burning Wish or just play the empty? My odds are pretty good on the Burning Wish, but I'm wary of a Force of Will. What? I think I'm supposed to just empty. I think they're really unlikely to beat this many goblins. They got a lot of cards to work with, but yeah, I'm hoping it is. We'll find out. I mean, if they can like go infinite with an Urza or have a shitload of mana and like Karn for Ratchet Bomb or something, there are ways that I could get blown out here. But like Narset into an Echo isn't gonna be good enough. I mean, their Echo could be good enough, but that alone isn't gonna be, game over from this spot. There's always game 3. So the problem in that position was that because I didn't have another red mana source, I couldn't. Okay, yeah, they conceded. Great. So 2-0. Because I didn't have another red mana source, or let me rephrase. If I had another red mana source, I would have Spoils for Burning Wish, because then even if the Burning Wish got countered, I would still be able to play the empty. But because I was hard up for red mana, I was put in a kind of an awkward spot. Not a lot of time to whiteboard these Doomsdays. Hey, Ape, since you're on, this is for you. I'm continuing my quest, whiteboarding the Doomsdays. Uh-oh. Is this a point? Okay, they did. I thought maybe they wouldn't join me. Won the roll again, so that's pretty good. What does this hand do, though? Yeah, I can keep this. This can echo on turn 1, so it'll do. If I draw another mana, I'll even be able to echo with some mana floating, which is pretty nice. The one thing about cutting the 2 Spirit Guides from the deck is that it does make the echoes with no mana floating a little bit worse, just because you have fewer mana sources you can draw into. Uh, but if I hit something that generates mana here, um, I'll be able to echo. Oh, baby. Okay. So I can't cast the Cabal Writ, but I do get to um, I probably at this point actually I'm probably not going to be echoing, right? I probably should just make goblins, because like if something's going to get countered, it's a Burning Wish. Um, I'm going to make red and blue though. Well, I should probably actually make red and black, because I can. If the Burning Wish resolves, it means they probably don't have counter magic, so I can get an extra storm out of it with by grabbing the Infernal Tutor, because if they let the Burning Wish resolve, they're not gonna counter the Infernal Tutor. What the fuck? Holy fucking shit! I got fucking played. I can't help but think that they fucked up and got lucky, that I was greedy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't seem like a reasonable play to make intentionally. Unless unless they had engineered explosives in their hand or something. That's the only reason I can see making that line. Um, but yeah, that's some big dick energy from the opponent for sure. Yeah, Plague Engineer, but even Plague Engineer would be too slow, right? They when they're on the draw, unless they had some mana acceleration, which isn't very common in these kinds of decks. I'm gonna keep this hand. Um, I'm gonna preordain. And I'm just gonna fire this off. And if they got me, they got me. Well, I drew it. It's a little awkward on the whole mana left over situation, though. Not very good. Let's see. I'm gonna make red and black. A dark rit would be the best draw here. Okay, they conceded. That's fine. I'll take it. We take those. The Rite of Flame would have given me enough mana to cast Empty, just not Silence in front of it. Um, but This is a risky one. I'm gonna keep this. Um, and there's a reason for it that I think it's okay because if I can get another mana source, this can make goblins on turn one. But it also could potentially double business spell. It has the potential to double business spell, um, which I think is important against the blue deck. So double business spell and empty from hand, I think makes this strong enough for me to gamble on drawing the second mana source. That was not the ideal second mana source to draw, um, but I think it'll work. It just means I'm not gonna be able to double business spell, which is okay. Things are resolving though. Um, yeah, it's safe to cast this because if they counter this, I can still Burning Wish for Echo. Um, so yeah, here I just make goblins. Flusterstorm. I'm happy to let them fluster here. Stifle. That's a little annoying. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's one downside of not knowing what they're playing. Um, so arguably I should have not uh, scooped so early in game one so I could figure out what they're actually playing. But this might be like Pokepile. That'd be my guess. There's a silence. I mean, I can just hold my cards for now until I draw um, enough mana to be able to like silence and Burning Wish for spoils. Or not spoils. Echo. So I got a game plan. Pressure the old life total. Yes, this is almost certainly the Stifle Pile deck. I'll just yield through their turn so I can keep scraping at my Doomsday. And they are just dropping lands galore. Alright, let's see what we draw. That's a good draw. So now I'm just waiting for mana to cast the Silence. I'm still going to attack. Gladly attack into that Ice Fang. Wasteland, I don't care. Oh, if this is an Oko, that's a problem though. Ugh, that's annoying. So this is, they're probably going to hit my LED. They might even hit the Chrome Mox, actually. But, nope, they hit their Ice Fang. Wild, okay. That's what we call a misplay. But they want to get in. I can live with that. White mana. Oh, yes, honey. All right. Step one, attack. Are you going to let me go to combat? Of course, they need to not have two counter spells they can cast here, but come on, what's the holdup? Okay. I was about to start whiteboarding again. Here I go whiteboarding again. It's a little unfortunate that I have to use my land drop pre-echo. So I will need a pretty good echo, but I suppose if I get to echo, like the fact that I'll refill my hand means that I'll be pretty back in the game, so to speak. Pretty well back in the game. This is all, of course, assuming that I get to echo. If my echo gets countered, I'm just gonna scoop. There's no point in continuing. It might have been. Okay, so they're force pitching brainstorm on the silence. So we're just gonna hope that they don't have anything else. I'll actually, if this resolves, even if my 7 isn't that great, I'll probably be reasonably pleased to just pass the turn. Okay, so they're dazing it. So yeah, I'll just concede here. I don't need to fucking fuck around. That's too bad. Stifle hurts, but what can you do? Stifle is the big reason why I play cards like Silence instead of something like Veil. Also because the mana base can support it, so that's some reason to play it. And then of course there's the fact that discard don't do shit when you don't give your opponent a turn to actually play said discard. So somebody yell when I've got a match. Ah, there we go. I did it. All right, let's see if we can pick up one more win so I can cash the league. Well, yeah, I mean, this one makes goblins, so. I ain't no coward. Daddy didn't raise no coward. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this league before I have to go get my COVID test, though, unfortunately. I've had games that have gone past turn 2, so that's been the issue at hand here. And when I don't know if this is the client's issue or if it's Tom Jab's issue or what, but make some red, make some black just because. Name in a card. Burning Wish. Be nice to me, Spoils. It was very nice. Alright, now be nice to me, opponent. Very nice. Thank you. Alright, continue being nice to me, opponent. I'd really prefer if you just let my goblins kill you. Um, you just have to ask nicely, Ape. That's you gotta say, please be nice, Spoils. I'm sure you heard me say that. That's the real trick. Is respect begets respect is what I'm saying. If you respect the spoils respect you. Brandishing a knife at them doesn't hurt. Since I don't know what my opponent's playing, for the record, yeah, that's exactly it. You gotta be nice to them. Gotta respect them. Maybe gas them up every once in a while. say, "Oh, Spoils, you're the strongest card in this deck, Spoils. I believe in you. I know you can do it." Stuff like that. A little praise here and there. Hey, who's a good boy? Spoils is a good boy. All right, what does this hand do? Well, it fucking echoes on turn one, so it's a keeper. And actually, if I draw another red mana source, it could make goblins. Oh, a thorn. Thorn is problematic. I'd like to see what they're playing. Um, and actually, the way this hand is set up, if I can draw a couple lands, I might be able to even still make goblins through the thorn. So worst case scenario, I get to see more of what they're on. Best case scenario, I actually make goblins. So it looks like the red deck. Chalice on one. All right, I'll just concede here. They're on good old Dragon Stompy. Not going to sideboard. Oh yeah, I gotta click that yes button. Yes, I would like to play first. This hand, I probably can do better than this. So here's an interesting thought. The deck has changed a little bit since I last thought about sideboarding for these kinds of prison decks. Preordain is not really where you want to be against these prison decks a lot of the time. I think there's actually a pretty strong argument for siding the preordains out and the silences in against the prison decks, because there are situations where upkeep silence as a time walk is pretty good against the prison decks. Um, hmm. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to keep this hand because there's a fair number of cards I could hit off this preordain that would um, that would win me the game. Like I could hit an empty, I could hit a spoils, I could hit a burning wish if I preordain. Um, so it'll be what, 53 cards left in the deck. We're getting out the hypergeometric calculator. Population size 53. Number of successes. So burning wish, um, burning wish, spoils, empty. So that's 10 hits. There's 10 in the deck. Sample size is 3. Number of successes, I just need 1. What's my probability? Oh, it's actually not that great. So let's just mull. Keep on mulling. This'll go. Let's see. Put 1, 2, 3 cards on the bottom. No leyline. Hell yeah. The old mull to 4. Let her rip. So I wouldn't class Echo as a hit from the preordain because to make the others work, I would have to crack the Lion's Eye Diamond in response to the preordain. For Burning Wish to be a hit, I would have had to crack LED for red, basically. This is a kill. I'm gonna give you all a second. See if you can get it. But this is a win, assuming they don't have Mindbreak Trap or Spirit Guide into Pyroblast or something like that. This gets the job done. Lotus Petal, Morphos, 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 and the last card doesn't matter. I'll make it be a Chrome Mox, just because. So Chrome Mox on the bottom, then Morphos, 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 Petal. And I just need them to not have Mindbreak Trap. No Mindbreak Trap, no Pyroblast for free. I probably should have made the last card be a Lotus Petal, for what it's worth. Just to point this out, I probably should have made the last card be a Lotus Petal so that I had at least an outside shot of drawing through my whole pile and drawing the Lotus Petal to cast Thassa's Oracle. Because it's a Chrome Mox, I won't be able to make a second blue to be able to cast Thassa's Oracle if they like Mindbreak Trap to fucking Manamorphose or something. I also need to concentrate and make sure that I produce blue at the right time. There's 2 cards left in my deck, so this one's still going to make red. Red, red. This one has to make blue. Blue, blue. Play the Chrome Mox just because. Play around days. You know how it is. Slam the Oracle. Do I get it? Alright, I gotta go. I have to poop and then I have to go get a COVID test. But that's pretty good. 3-1. I'm feeling pretty good. We beat a blue deck. I assume that the Urza Echo deck is playing Forces these days. I'm not positive. And we got a 1-2 against the blue deck. So thank you, Ape. I'm I'm risking some exposure by going out, but I don't have symptoms or anything for anyone who cares. I need a negative test so that my university will let me go onto campus for classes. Ape, you stay safe too. Drink a lot of water. And live, bitch. All right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.